This is the truth about print on demand. The real truth. The truth that many people don't want to talk about. Well, in this video, I want to go over 6 different truths about print on demand so that you really know everything you should know. I'm going to go over these 6 truths very quickly, right? And then I'm going to go into a bit more detail and give solutions for all of these potential problems that you probably are facing or could be facing. Now, as well as all of that, I'm also going to be giving away another $50 in this video, so keep watching to find out how you could potentially win that. Well, firstly, it's all luck. Okay, fine, it's not all luck, but luck plays a very big part in print on demand, as well as many other businesses. Okay, the second, it doesn't matter if you're a very good artist. You could be an absolutely diabolical artist and still make a killing. The next one, this is very much not a customer-centric business, but you probably knew that already. The profits are low. Like really, really low, unless you do these particular things, which I'm going to go over just a bit later in the video. The next one is, well, there's rip-off artists almost everywhere. And lastly, no, it's not too late for you to get into the print-on-demand game, despite what a lot of people are saying. Yes, there are more people. Yes, it's more saturated. Yes, it's harder, but it just means it will take you slightly longer. It will require more of your time, but it's very much possible. All right, now I'm going to explain each of these a bit further. Now, before I do, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button and help me get to 100,000 followers. If you are enjoying any of these videos, I would really, really appreciate it. But for now, let's get straight into the first one, which is luck. Will you draw that lucky card? That's the question. Well, let me elaborate on this. I'm a true believer that luck plays a big part in anyone's business, not just print on demand. You know, if you have a car dealership, I think luck always plays a big part. However, I'm also a true believer that we can create our own luck and we can tip the scales if we really want to. For example, I'm going to give you a scenario. You have person A. Person A uploads designs to print on demand. He does a couple of designs a month and they're not particularly good and he doesn't put much effort into it. Person B makes sure to upload only really good designs. He tries to upload 1 to 2 designs every single day and he really tries hard. Now, at the end of the day, both of these people could end up becoming successful, right? Flip a coin, it could be person A, it could be person B. Both could draw that lucky card. However, person B is creating more opportunities for himself to get lucky more frequently. And that's what's important here. So it's important to understand, even from this scenario, that either person A or person B could end up becoming successful, right? There's no fortune teller that's going to be able to tell you which one is going to become successful. All that we can see is that person B is setting themselves up to increase their chances and somewhat tip the scales in their favor to really increase their chances of becoming successful. The next one, do you need to be a world-class artist with 18 degrees? You've been to 4 universities, maybe even Harvard. I don't know, right? Do you need that? No, not at all. You can be 12 years old in high school, in your lunch break, plugging away at a design, something you thought of, something crazy in your mind, you put onto a t-shirt and you can get sales, right? You do not need anything. There are no prerequisites with this, right? You don't need degrees. It can help, you know, if you have that knowledge of graphic design and color theory and fonts and all these things, but you don't need it. In fact, my most popular design, even though I consider myself somewhat of a graphic designer, my most popular design was a simple text-based design. There was something like 5 words on it. There was no graphics. All right, let's talk about the next one. Why is print on demand not a customer-centric business? And this is actually the reason that I stopped doing print on demand a while back. I've now since gotten back into it because things have changed, but I was quite disappointed with how customers were being treated. You often find print on demand companies not caring about the customer. Long shipping times, bad customer service, expensive products, bad quality products, and that just doesn't sit right with me. And nowadays, what people really expect is super fast shipping, high quality items, and, you know, decent customer service at decent prices. That's what people expect, especially with the likes of Amazon being around and Walmart and all these places where you can buy really, really good quality, cheap clothing with great customer service. We should be offering that with print on demand. And honestly, print on demand just doesn't tick any of those boxes. Not one of them. Now, Does this mean you should get out of print on demand right now? Like start running, just stop watching and start running. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is you should try and vet the companies you are going to work with. Make sure, they're good. Make sure they treat customers right. And if they don't, see if you can counterbalance it by treating customers right yourself, right? So for example, I vetted a whole bunch of companies when I did a t-shirt quality test, when I did the company quality test, when I did the washing quality test. I really wanted to find out which was the best company, and I have all those videos which you can go and watch if you want. And there are some solutions. For example, Amazon. Well, Amazon has one of the most incredible satisfaction rates. So if you want to sell on Amazon, if you've been accepted to sell on Amazon, you can know that your customers are going to get fast shipping, good customer service, somewhat decent prices, so you can be sure that Amazon's going to be okay. But not everyone sells on Amazon. So let's say you're selling on Etsy. What can you do? Well, you can go that extra mile a few ways. Firstly, if a customer buys your item, you can send them a lovely message saying thank you, the item is now in fulfillment, it's now being shipped, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have all the messages from Printful. You're going to know exactly where that product is and what's happening with it. So let the customer know, keep them updated with nice messages. And then once they've received that product, maybe message them a couple of days later saying, hi, how are you getting on with your product? I just wanted to give you a couple of tips. When it comes to washing it, wash it inside out, blah, blah, blah. Give them some nice, helpful information and really, really just show your good side. Right? Now, on the flip side, if a customer comes back to you and says, I don't like this product, I want a refund, it broke, it cracked, it shrunk, it just wasn't what I expected. Well, don't make them jump through hoops to get that refund. Okay, so for me personally, everyone asks me, how do I handle refunds? I just give one. And if they say, how do I send the item back? I say, leave it. I do lose a bit of money doing it this way, but overall, I create a really good relationship with the customer who most of the time will be happy to come back and buy something or recommend me to a friend and say, look, this person's really good. I recommend buying from them if you want. And it doesn't cost very much. It just makes your customer feel that much more satisfied, right? So person A says, I want a refund. You say, look, here's your refund. I don't want you to have to struggle to return it to me. Just hold on to it. If you want to get rid of it or donate it to charity, you can do that. Whatever you want, here's your refund. I'm very sorry. It didn't work out for you. And if I could help you out in the future with any other products, please let me know. My shop is this. And, I would love to be able to provide you some products that you do like, right? Something like that. So even though print on demand is a pretty terrible place for customers, you can stand out. And the fact that it's not the best place for customers gives you that edge if you do stand out, because you will get noticed, you will get big, you will get popular, because people will want to come to you for your incredible customer service. On to the next one. The profits are low. Now, this is a bit of an issue, and what can we do with this? So I recently actually just did a test with a whole bunch of different companies selling a t-shirt at $25 to see what the profit margins will actually be. And I'll put up on the screen at some point here. And it was really interesting to see. So for example, with a $25 t-shirt, you would get $17.53 with Motif. You'd get around $13 with Printful, around $11 with Teespring, right? Around $9 with Amazon, and around $5 with Redbubble. So take this all into account. If you want to try and make the most amount of money as you possibly can, sell on companies where you can do that. So, potentially choose Amazon or Etsy, because you're going to be able to make, between $9 and $13, and you might not have to worry about advertising or building up a huge social media following, right? And then if you do want to start doing advertising, sell with companies like Motif, where you have such a high profit margin, it allows you more room to actually spend money on advertising. So even though print on demand as a whole profit margin is generally quite low, you can still get around $10 to $15 profit if you're selling a t-shirt for $25. Now, as well as that, don't forget about all the other products you can sell, like pillows and blankets and shower curtains and throws and stickers. All these other products can actually get you quite a lot of money. Now, let me just quickly tell you about getting that $50. Well, I'm going to pick a comment in random. Let me know in the comments, what is your biggest struggle at the moment with business or with print on demand or affiliate marketing or YouTube, whatever it is you're currently doing, let me know in the comments your biggest struggle. And based on everyone's comments, I'm going to pick a winner at random using this random comment generator. But please make the comment about your biggest struggle. And the reason for this is I want to respond either with a comment to try and help you, or I want to respond with a video for you to help you overcome that struggle. And that is just the best way for me to find out what content to create, because if I see a lot of people are struggling in a certain area, I'm going to create a video to try and alleviate that, right? To try and fix that struggle. So definitely let me know in the comments, and in the next couple of days, I'll pick a winner at random. And the last big issue, or the last big truth, I should say, is in print on demand, there are a hell of a lot of rip-off artists, and that's just something you're gonna have to get used to. There are things you can try and do to stop this from happening, like adding a watermark, uploading a really pixelated image so that people can't really, download it. But at the end of the day, if someone wants to steal your print on demand design, they will recreate it. They will go to Fiverr. They will say, hey, can you recreate this exact design? If it's got a watermark on it, it's not going to stop them. If it's a bit pixelated, it's also not going to stop them. So this is just one of those things I've learned to live with. Some of my designs are going to get ripped off, and that's okay, because this is just the business we're in. Well, it's not okay. Now, of course, there are certain cases where, maybe you're a big company, maybe your design is doing really well. Maybe you've trademarked your design yourself, right? And it's actually become a proper thing. Then yes, you might want to consider suing or anything like that, especially, if it's going to have a big impact on you. The only issue is it's going to be hard to sue if they're in another country. You have no idea where they are. They're just a random IP address who's ripped off your designs. It's going to be really difficult. It's going to be a long and painful road to actually sue them. The best thing you could do is probably message the company that they're selling on and say, look, this is the trademark. Someone on your platform is ripping me off, so I'm going to be suing someone. It's either you or them, so I suggest you delete this person from your platform. And that's the truth about print on demand. And despite all of this, it's still a hell of a lot of fun. And I'm not saying you shouldn't get into print on demand. In fact, if anything, I'm saying realize all these truths, and that's why I wanted to give you all the counter arguments for all of these truths and the solutions for all of them, and keep cracking on, keep making designs. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant business. It's a lot of fun, and from what I can see, everyone really enjoys it. With most of these problems that I've just laid out for you, there were solutions. And even when there weren't solutions, it's important to understand that not every business is going to be perfect, right? It's not just a straight road from here to success. It's going to be a windy, crazy road to get there. And that's just business, right? So definitely keep going and keep trying to get those sales. And finally, watch this video so you can become as productive as possible in your print on demand business, or any business for that matter, so that you could potentially make more money and do more work. Check this video out over here.